there, people. This is absolutely fantastic. What an inspiring turnout today. We've gone the best part of this whole week. Over 120 Palestinians murdered, brutally murdered now in Gaza, and barely a word, barely an appropriate word from the BBC. And you can be absolutely sure that just as they've consistently downplayed this story as some kind of a family squabble this week, that they won't be reporting the turnout of people here showing this fantastic solidarity. Last night there was thousands of people on the streets of London outside the Israeli embassy. This kind of a thing is barely getting reported. And one of the other things that barely gets mentioned, amongst another of blatant omissions, is pointed out by Arawi Abunima the other day when they talk about this Israeli response narrative. Israel actually broke the ceasefire, the 2012 ceasefire, consistently by murdering fishermen, by murdering farmers, by killing children in Gaza. And that's not even to mention what's been going on in the West Bank. The truth of the matter is that basically Israel don't need any provocation. They consistently and willfully, brutally murder, terrify, dehumanise and try to break the resolve of Palestinian people in Gaza. The world turns a blind eye, but people are out in the streets, across social media. People are spreading the word, even the mainstream media aren't. And I also have to say, you know, where are all the liberal interventionists now? Where are all the people who were shouting about, yes, let's go and send military armaments to Libya and elsewhere? I don't hear any claims or any cries for a no-fly zone now. But it's the human suffering that we have to keep a very, very close focus on. And some of the past colleagues actually made the very, very pertinent point. I just want to read out some of the words of a man in Gaza who's lost his wife, his daughters, his two daughters, his son and his granddaughter. Here's what he said. Mohammed Hamad, 75 years old. I went into shock. The neighbours held me because I couldn't stand. I felt I was going to faint from the horror of it. Where is that horror being replicated? Where is it being amplified by our media? It's utterly, utterly disgraceful. And I just want to say, alongside this massive, fantastic display of solidarity, and this need to get this across the social media as much as possible, we can do so much. Basic things: boycott divestment sanctions at all costs. Get your cards, boycott G4S. There's many, many things we can do. But I also want to reiterate one important point that I feel has to be made here. We have to consider very, very carefully the true bona fides and the intentions of this British state. Are they ever going to do anything for the Palestinians? Are they ever going to stand up beyond these paltry words and actually do something, say something? And I think we have to think very, very strategically come September the 18th about what we can do as an autonomous, independent people to change that situation. So that's a very, very important impasse that we're at here, in supporting Palestinian people, and challenging the BBC, and challenging the establishment at large, and pushing them to do something. And we know that they probably wouldn't, but we can do something much, much more positively. Free Palestine! Yeah.